The day you have all been waiting for has finally arrived. Hey guys, what's up? It's Belle. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, and if you've come back, thank you so much. I really appreciate every single one of you. Today, you guys, we are doing probably the most highly requested and anticipated video on my channel since I started posting more seriously, I guess, at the beginning of this year. Basically, under every single video, I get comments from you guys saying, can you please do a bookshelf tour? Have you done a bookshelf tour? Where's the link to the bookshelf tour? And I promised you guys I was seeing those comments. However, up until this point, I just wasn't 100% happy with my setup. I have a total of 5 bookshelves in my room, which you are going to see today. I literally just finished my entire rejig of my shelves last night, and I'm now so incredibly happy with them. So as you guys may have seen in the title or the thumbnail, I do have over 400 books in my collection, which is just insane. I honestly haven't counted my book collection until, having to do this video. So it was a bit of an eye-opener. So I thought before we jump into the video that I might give you guys a few statistics as to, I guess, the breakdown of the genres that I have. You guys know I primarily read fiction, romance, romantasy, things like that. But it was kind of interesting to see what the ratio was with the different genres. So in terms of how many books I have a total of 428 books in my collection, which is insane. Very much an eye-opener, and I definitely need to go on a ban unless it's a new release, okay? From there, I have 171 romance books. I have 33 dark romances. I have 37 historical romances. I have 71 romantasy books. I have 12 thrillers, 53 young adult / dystopian, I have 49 LGBTQ+, and I have 2 miscellaneous or others, which are self-help, I guess. So as I said to you guys, we have 5 bookshelves to go through today. So it's gonna be a nice, long, in-depth bookshelf tour for you guys. So let's get comfy, let's get cozy, and let's go through every single book in my collection. Okay, I had to move my little Halloween lantern thing out of the way because I want you guys to be able to see this shelf. So this first shelf here is my entire Cassandra Clare collection. So I will go through that. When I was a lot younger, I absolutely loved this entire world. It was my big introduction to, I guess, young adult romantasy, and I just absolutely love this entire series. So starting off here, we have the illustrated guide here. This basically just has a bunch of tarot card fan art of all of the characters in the entire universe, in the Shadowhunters universe. We've got the Codex. The first series here is the Infernal Devices, which if you know, you know. This one is just elite. It feels so otherworldly. Coming across here, we have the Immortal Instruments series. Sorry about the glare, by the way. It's because these are all shiny covers. So you've got City of Bones, City of Ashes, Glass, Fallen Angels, Lost Souls, and Heavenly Fire. My copy of City of Glass is actually signed by Cassandra Clare. I got to meet her when I was probably 15 or 16, and if you guys have read this series, you know that there is a character called Isabel in this series, and I just absolutely love her and resonate with her so much. And when I did meet her, it was this whole little cute thing. She was like, what's your name? And I was like, oh, it was just, anyway, it's very cute. So that one is signed. Then for some reason, guys, I absolutely love Alec and Magnus from this series. So I have 1, 2, 3 copies of their book, the Red Scrolls of Magic. Oh, that one's the Lost Book of the White. Okay, for some reason they're out of order. That's fine. This is a 10th anniversary edition of City of Bones, which is a special collector's edition, as is this one of the Red Scrolls of Magic. The next 3 books here are the Last Hours trilogy. So Chain of Gold, Chain of Iron, and Chain of... oh my god, what is the last one? Then of course we've got the Dark Artifices trilogy, and then I've got the Bane Chronicles, and I have the Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy. So that's my Shadowhunter shelf. I forgot to sort of say, you guys, this shelf here has mainly it's my filming shelf, so I normally will film in front of this shelf, but it also has my all-time favorite books on it. So that's why you're gonna see a variety of different genres, but it's essentially where I house my absolute babies and my prized possessions. So next here we have all of my contemporary romances, and there's some dark romance on this shelf. as well. So starting off in this corner here, I bought these amazing dividers, and you guys know like the makeup palette organizers? That's what these are, which is really interesting. So essentially in here, I'm gonna try and pull it out. Oh gosh. I'm not gonna pull this out because I'm scared, but basically there's about 8 books in here. They're all contemporary romances. So we've got like The 7-Year Slip, Next of Kin by Hannah Bonham Young. We've got all my Ali Hazelwoods back here too. And then I think Swift and Saddled by Lila Sage is back there too, which is like a new favorite of mine as well. Coming down here, we have my babies, the Windy City series. If you guys know, you know, I talk about this series till the cows come home. I just think it really, really does need more hype and more popularity. Like, I know a lot of people are reading it, but this is like the best series. It's like a sports interconnected romance series. The men in these books, honestly, it's like the absolute standard of how men should be treating women. So there's that. I have my special edition of Bride by Ali Hazelwood, which Hachette sent me early this year. And guys, I absolutely love this book. I gave it a 4.75 or 4.5 when I finished it. But like upon thinking about this, and like honestly, this book like never leaves my mind, and I think it's closer to a 5-star. Like I feel like Ali truly needs to be writing more paranormal romances because I just love this. So like the cover, it's like a flip cover. So it's got Bride inside. And it's like that. Anyway, then we have my Elsie Silver little shrine, it's not a shrine. I mean, look, I love her. Like, she honestly could write me a grocery list and I would cry. I've got a little cowboy hat plant with like a little mini hats. Funny fact about these, I just turned 24 last month and I had a cowgirl theme. So basically I like put these little hats on top of the little shot bottles and things. So super cute. Anyway, we have the Chestnut Spring series, the one that started it all, My Love, My Light. Back here, I've got some of the mirror covers. So we have Heartless, we have Powerless, and we have Hopeless. I'm still trying to track down the others. They absolutely just cost an organ to buy off the internet. But anyways, that's them. Back here as well, I've got a couple. I have A Love Letter to Whiskey by Candy Steiner. And I also have, I think it's Say You Swear. Yeah, Say You Swear by Megan Brandy, which I love as well. The first 2 books in the Rose Hill, the only 2 books in the Rose Hill at the moment. And you guys know Wild Eyes. Something Was in the Waters, you guys. If you haven't read this yet, you need to. It was immaculate. Then I have the Maple Hill series. We have Icebreaker, Wildfire, and Daydream. If you guys don't follow me on TikTok, I will leave the link on the screen and in my description box. I just posted a review for Daydream, and I have to say, you guys, it was so disappointing because Wildfire that I read last year, that was my 3rd favorite book out of the 86 books that I read last year. So like you can imagine, coming off the back of these 2 that were fantastic, I was very upset. But go watch my review if you'd like to, it's spoiler free. Anyway, moving on, we have the Twisted series by Anna Huang, and you guys know Twisted Games is absolutely one of my favorite books in the entire world. I then have the Dreamland Billionaires, which I'm upset about this because I purchased all of these as they were releasing. So tell me why this has a different spine. Anyways, then we have the Lakefront Billionaires, Love Redesigned, and Love Unwritten. Then here we have some dark romance. I've got the Mind F series by St. Abbey, my special edition cover. Ooh, she's falling. I have a special edition cover of Does It Hurt by H.C. Carlton. This one I feel like is not talked about enough. It's so good. If you guys want like an actual enemies to lovers that is true enemies to lovers, you'll love this. Then of course I have the Cat and Mouse duet. So I have Hunting and Haunting Adeline. Hello. I have Haunting and Hunting Adeline, as well as Where's Molly and Satan's Affair is also back there as well. Okay, the next shelf here is my Fruity shelf. It might be one of my absolute favorites as well because I just have so many special editions on this shelf. So we will start over here. So first I have the 10th anniversary edition of, oop, that's gonna fall. I have the 10th anniversary edition of Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. And if you guys haven't read this yet, it's literally so sweet. It's so poetically written as well. It's about 2 teenage boys who meet each other over the summer, and they basically, one teaches the other how to swim, and it sort of goes from there. It's really beautiful. I have the original of those 2 books. It is a duology. And then, as you guys can see here, I have a lot of copies of Red, White, and Royal Blue. I also made this cute little bookmark ages ago before the movie came out. As you can tell, it's got all like the old fan art of Alex and Henry. This is a book that truly like really ignited my love for reading, and I just think about it every single day. So I'll go through all the editions. I have the movie tie-in cover, which we're not going to talk about that. I have the original 2 books here that, if you guys are familiar with this book, it was published prior to all of the controversy around J.K. Rowling. So they're in the original publications, there are Harry Potter references and like Harry Potter jokes embedded in the book. So later on, Casey actually went and revised the book and they took out all of those references and swapped them for Star Wars, which absolutely fair and fine. So those are the initial books there. I then have the UK hardback edition here, which has this. It's got the fireworks on the side, blue and pink sprayed edges. So I like to keep that one facing out. I have the US special edition, which says history, huh? Bet we could make some. And inside here too, it does have amazing like art of Alex and Henry too. So that's that one. And then arguably my favorite is the Illumicrate special edition without the dust jacket on. So it does have Alex and Henry on there. It is a nice pink book with the confetti and the pink sprayed edges. And we do have some nice end papers of the guys as well. Okay, moving on. You guys like my little bell. If you guys haven't noticed, I do have quite a few Beauty and the Beast things. Obviously my name is a nice little joke around that, but when I was in high school, I'm like a singer, so I do musical theatre. Anyway, when I was in high school, I got to play Belle in Beauty and the Beast. So one of my friends got me this. So funnily enough, it has just lived on my shelf for a very, very, very long time. So I love that there. Anyways, moving on. This is my Alice Oseman another shrine, okay, another shrine to one of my favorite authors, one of my favorite series of all time. These 4 books here are my absolute favorites. I won't pull all of them out, but I do have these gorgeous limited edition, like foiled hardbacks of the Heartstopper comics. So each of them are all like different colors, obviously, and they've got these beautiful end papers with the leaves inside as well. So I have all 4 current published volumes of the hardbacks. I believe volume 5 is coming out soon, but they all are just so gorgeous. And yep, I have the Heartstopper yearbook. I have all of Alice's interconnected, somewhat standalone actual novels. So Alice has obviously illustrated the Heartstopper graphic novels, but they have also written actual novels. So if you haven't already checked them out, please do. I do have that special edition of Solitaire as well. So it's got the snowflakes down the side. And this is so great, you guys. If you haven't read Solitaire yet, it's about Charlie's sister Tori. So there's that. I then have the special edition of the Nick and Charlie novella, which I love so much. I'm so happy I got my hands on this because it's just stunning and I love the artwork of the 2 of them. And then of course I've got my graphic novels. Now volume 4 and 5 are actually on my TBR shelf, which you will see in a moment because I'm doing a reread before season 3 comes out in a couple of weeks time. So I wanted to like sit and annotate those. But for these, I've got the TV show tie-in cover, and then I just have the original sort of stacks for these as well. I literally moved on to the next shelf and realized I did not film my Romantasy shelf, which arguably has some of my most favorite pieces on it. So I'm coming back and I'm doing this. So pretty much this whole shelf is Sarah J Maas, excluding a few special authors. So over here we have, I'm so sorry, I think this is Crescent City. I haven't read these yet, but I do own all of these. This is kind of gonna make a lot of people laugh, but I actually haven't read a lot of Sarah J Maas. I have only read ACOTAR and the first 3 books in Throne of Glass when I was really little. So I will be starting those books again. You'll see Throne of Glass is missing because it is over on my monthly TBR. We're doing it this month. So these are all the initial editions plus these. Plus for some reason I have a special edition of it, even though I have not read the entire series. But that's that. I also have, if anybody has read the Cruel Prince series, my best friend Bridie is so artsy, so crafty. You'll see a few little gifts from her because I treasure every single one she gives me. But for my birthday or Christmas one year, she actually made me the letters. And if you've read the series, you know what the letters are. But I just cried, and literally inside here are all of the letters from you know who. So that's that. Then we've got my Throne of Glass, like I said. I've got a hardback of Iron Flame. I've got my special 4th wing that does have the dragon sprayed edges. I then have my special edition of The Serpent and the Wings of Night with the serpent down the side, which I love. Ashes in the Star, Cursed King, which is obviously the same series. Then we have the ACOTAR series, a candle. My special edition of A Court of Mist and Fury. It's basically just a dust jacket that I bought off of Etsy, which I love so much. This also has Valaris on the back, and every time I see this, I literally want to cry my eyes out. Then back here is pretty much just another, like the paperback versions of these because I didn't need to display them. So Serpent in the Wings and then Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. So that is the Romantasy shelf. Coming down here, this is a very interesting shelf. I will say that. There's like a little bit of a mixed genre. There's really no rhyme or reason to the chaos here, but anyways. The first three over here are these beautiful limited edition versions of the Hunger Games. I don't know if I've spoken about this before, but I had the biggest Hunger Games phase when I was a baby. It absolutely consumed my life and I just loved it so much. So these three have these gorgeous sprayed edges. We've got a gold, red, and blue. And of course, I've still got my Peter bookmark from the dark days. We've got Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows back there as well. The original Hunger Games. And then this is the start of my little Bridgerton shrine. So here, earlier this year, I was lucky enough to find all 8 of the original mini versions of the Bridgerton books. So they all have these gorgeous, like, old and little covers. So I've now got all of them. I did have Benedict's and Gregory's originally, but I found all of them and they were so cheap. I found them at like a secondhand Lifeline event and I love them. Back here we have more Bridgerton. The back ones are just the original, like with the stock image people on them. And then the front here, I obviously have all of my TV show tie-in covers. So we have Colin and Penelope, we have Kate and Anthony, we have those two, and then we have Queen Charlotte and King George, which I can't wait. I can't wait for them to keep making the show because I think these covers are so amazing to have as well. And you guys know I have to say hello to her. Now down here is where it's quite literally no rhyme or reason, no organization whatsoever. So I'm just gonna go from this end. What have we got down here? Just some miscellaneous books that I've either liked. I've read all the books down here, but they're just random miscellaneous. So I've got The Deal by Elle Kennedy, Butcher and Blackbird, You Deserve Each Other, and the Divergent series. I have Praise and Eyes on Me by Sarah Kate. I haven't finished this one yet, but I kind of need to go back to it. I can't remember what this series is called. What does it say? The Ascendants trilogy. I read this when I was in middle school. If anybody else has read this, please let me know. The first one is called The False Prince and it's so good. I just remember like reading this as a kid and it absolutely gagged me. It was so good. The cliffhanger at the end of that, so good. Anyways, I got another book called Zack and Mia, which very much gave me like The Fault in Our Stars vibes. Back there, we have the Legend trilogy. I can't remember / don't want to pull it out. A Random Money Box, yes. Then we have A Thousand Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole. We have Archer's Voice, The Fault in Our Stars, The Song of Achilles, Indigo Ridge, and Get a Life, Chloe Brown. Then we have, what is this? One True Love's Taylor Jenkins Reid, The Hating Game, the OG. We all loved her. The Spanish Love Deception, yes. Then we have All That's Left in the World. We have You've Reached Sam by Dustin Thau, which I absolutely love. Punk 57, and what's that? The Silent Patient. Then we have The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, Salt Kiss, These Violent Delights, Our Violent Ends, which are so good. I don't see enough people talking about them. When the Moon Hatched. Oh my god, these special editions by F.T. Lukens, these are so cute. If you love fruity books, you'll love these. This is like Little Mermaid retelling, and this one I can't really remember, but they were just so good and they're really beautiful, like hardcovers. So I have those. The last 2 books in the Kiss Quotient series by Helen Huang. My special edition Alexander Hamilton book, which if you know, you know. And then back there is just some more books that I didn't really vibe with. So I don't even want to show you. So that is bookshelf number 1. Let's move on to, maybe we'll go to the TBR, the romance TBR. Let's do that. Okay guys, so these 2 shelves here are specifically my romance TBR shelf. So this first one here is actually where I'm going to be putting my monthly TBRs, excluding this. This is just the only room I had for this. So each month, basically, when I choose my TBR with you guys, it goes here. So it's right next to my bed so that I can make sure I'm not forgetting, and they're staring at me going, make sure you read me, okay? If you haven't seen my September TBR video, feel free to go check that out. The link will be in the description box. So that's there. This month, like I said, I am going to be rereading Heartstopper volumes 4 and 5, plus the This Winter novella in preparation for the new season. I've got Her Soul to Take by Harley LaRue, finally starting Throne of Glass again, so I'm excited for that. Hate by Tate James. Oh my god, I didn't do my fantasy shelf. The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston, The Book of Azrael. So that's that. And then in here are a bunch of standalone romances that I'm super like prioritizing, like wanting to get to soon. So I've got You With a View, Better Than the Movies, Last Time We Met, Part of Your World, Yours Truly, Cross the Line, The Nanny, and The Raiders of the Lost Heart. Also, this bookmark that my best friend made me for Red, White, and Royal Blue. She just knows me so well. So shout out, Bridie. I love you, girl. Coming up here, we have some more romance. So on this side here, we have the Bailey Brothers series. I've only read the first one in this, but they are just so stinking cute. The first one ended on such a cliffhanger, but look at this. Like, this is an interconnected small town romance series, and I believe each book is about a different brother. So I absolutely like love. Oh, I can't wait to continue on with these. I've got my indie versions of the Gold Rush Ranch series by Elsie Silver. I have only read the first two in this series. I then also have this book that I got sent by, I believe it was HarperCollins. This is called How to Catch a Queen by Alyssa Cole. So I'm super excited to read that. Then here we have a bunch of indie books that I may have read some, but like not a lot of. So we've got Throttled by Lauren Asher. We've got quite a bit of Melanie Harlow in here as well. Yeah, like Taste and Make Me Yours by Melanie Harlow, and some Christmas books at the back. And then we also have the Playing for Keeps series by Becca Mack, which I'm so excited to read, and I cannot wait to get to this soon. Coming up to our final shelf on this particular bookshelf, I should say, we have the Shatter Me series, which, as you guys know, is honestly my favorite thing right now. I can't believe I waited so long to read this. I have just finished the first novella in Find Me, which is Shadow Me, so I need to move on to Define Me soon, but I don't know if I should just like finish it or space it out. But as you can see, I'm more than halfway through, which I'm so excited about. We've got This Woven Kingdom, which is another Tahara Mafi book. I just haven't read it yet. These books by India Holton. It's like the Wisteria Ladies of something, I don't know, rather. It's cute, gave me Bridgerton vibes. Then we have the Valentine's Bay series by Samantha Lee. Now, funnily enough, you guys, you can see this one for some reason is a little bit shorter. Earlier this year, Samantha actually sent me this entire series, and I actually already owned the first one. So I actually gave one of my copies of Ready For You to a friend. However, I may have accidentally given her the one that matched the rest of these. So I'm kind of a bit of a dum-dum in that regard. Anyways. Then we have the If Love series by Anna Huang. I still have not read this because it's in third person, but hopefully I will read it soon. Again, some more standalone romances. If you guys also didn't see, I've got like these beautiful bows that go in a nice diagonal, which it's so nice to look at. Look at that, how beautiful. Again, some more romances in these little stacks. So pretty much just a lot of Sarah Adams and things like that in there as well. Moving over to this side of the romance stack. Up the top here, we have all of my historical romances that I haven't read yet. So I have Somerset Valley by Jordan Kate Buck, which she actually sent to me. I've got Unladylike Rules of Attraction, another one that HarperCollins sent to me, which is, it just looks so cute. This was so cute. I found this at Dimmicks. This is called A Bride by Morning. This is Katrina Kendrick. It says he's a heartbreaker, she's a wallflower, which you guys know, my favorite combination. Then I have some more old Julia Quinns. I even have some special editions here of the Bridgerton series. So I've got like the Viscount Who Loved Me. I've also got, where's Hyacinth's book? In Hyacinth's book, I've got one with the original like step back inside, which is so pretty. Like obviously I've read Hyacinth's book and all the other Bridgertons, but didn't really have anywhere else to display these cute ones, so I thought they could all go here. If you guys are wondering what the rooster is doing on my wall, if you follow Feng Shui and you're like up and above with that for this year, you'll get why the rooster's there, because my room for some reason is in the south. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. More historical romances. I've got Darling and the Duke, what's this, Lady in Red, Never Love a Highlander, and then some Joanna Shupe as well, which I've heard is really, really good. Then over here we've got my like holiday romances or seasonal books. So I mean, not the summer reads, but basically any fall and Christmas books. So we've got the Ex-Hex. I'm currently reading the Pumpkin Spice Cafe as well, which is actually really cute. I don't hate it at the moment. I've got Business Casual by BK Borison. We have A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon, This Spells Love, Morbidly Yours, and then my two Christmas books I have are Love Light Farms and A Merry Little Meet Cute. Now coming down to these two shelves here are just like my general romance. So we've obviously got the first two books in the Boys of Tommen series, which I have not read yet. I'm actually genuinely so scared. We've got 4 books here from the Addicted Callaway series. I am a little way through Addicted for now, but I'm kind of bored. And then for some reason I just have the last 3 books. nothing in between, just those. Anyways, I don't know what this series is, but these two, Chase Me and Need Me by Tessa Bailey. I don't know. A Broke and Beautiful novel. Okay, those two. Then we've got some books by Rachel Lynn Solomon. So we have Weather Girl, The X Talk, Business or Pleasure. Very cute. We have two books by Kennedy Rhyme, which is Before I Let Go and Long Shot. We've got Behind the Net by Stephanie Archer, which I'm so excited to read, you guys. Like, genuinely, I just keep seeing it everywhere and I want to read the next one. Two books by Mariana Zapata, All Roads Lead Here and From Lukov with Love. I've also got a little card here from an author who sent me their book, which is actually right there, King of Nothing, by Paula Dembarek. So I just love keeping all the little things from some authors. I got some more books by indie authors. I'm actually so excited to read these books, you guys, because apparently they are like dark country romance, which is like two of my favorite things combined in one. And then coming down here, we have the last of the romance books. I have my little TBR jar, which only has the romance in it, funnily enough. Then we've got The No Show by Beth O'Leary. We have Cleopatra and Frankenstein, Alone with You in the Ether, In a New York Minute. This book by Pia Mia, which they sent to me as well, which I can't wait to read. Maybe more in summer. It's not summer here in Australia yet. You Had Me at Ola, which I've had for such a long time. A Million Kisses in a Lifetime. Will I ever read this? Probably not. But anyway, here we are. We've got June 1st by Jennifer Hartman, The Things We Leave Unfinished by Rebecca Yarros, Set on You by Amy Lee, A Thousand Broken Pieces, which is the sequel to A Thousand Boy Kisses, so I'm nervous to read that. Plot Twist by Ellen La Rosa, The Art of Catching Feelings, which looks like a baseball romance. I'm so excited for that. The Partner Plot, which is a waking up in Vegas or getting married in Vegas. I don't know, but I'm excited. We have Take a Hint, Danny Brown, Juniper Hill, The Summer We Fell, and The Flat Share and The American Roommate Experiment. The next bookshelf here is one that is just near my door. I've got a lot of mirrors here for some reason, but this is where I don't know, just store a bunch of like my keys usually and things like that. So starting at the top, we have my Tessa Bailey / like Ella Mays. So we've got Fix Her Up, Lose Her to Love Her, It Happened One Summer, Hook, Line and Sinker. I haven't read these two yet. Actually, they should be over there. Oh well, The Au Pair Affair, which honestly I loved, and then My Killer Vacation. Down here, oh look, Colin and Penelope are at it again. We have The Wall of Winnipeg and Me, the Kings of Sin series by Anna Huang, and then some Emily Henry. The thing that happened with this is I tried a few months ago to actually buy the special edition of Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, but they no longer print this cover. So they lied to me and they sent me this. So I don't know, I've got to get rid of it at some point. And then coming down here, we have Colleen Hoover and Lauren Asher. Nope, Christina Lauren. So yes, as you can see, we've got my Coho books there and then Christina Lauren as well. All right, let's go to the other side because I'm now happy with this bookshelf over here and it's very, very cute. So let me show you. Okay, this one is a little messier, so I do apologize. But anyway, let's just start from the side. So this top shelf here is my Romantasy TBR. So over here we have the Caraval trilogy. And guys, I literally just finished this morning, the first one. Oh my God, I can't believe I didn't start it sooner. I want to read Legendary so bad, but it's not on my TBR. So anyways, whatever. Secret Life of Addie LaRue. I've had this for years and I've literally never read it. So I don't know. Crimson Moth. I'm keen to read this in October. I've just heard nothing but good things. I have Only a Monster by Vanessa Len. And then I have a mixed match, Once Upon a Broken Heart. I've got A Curse for True Love in the big size and Once Upon a Broken Heart in the small size. Don't have the middle one, but we'll see what happens with that because I just feel like once I finish these, I'm going to want to read these so badly. Anyway, so then we have The Throne of the Fallen, Die for You, How Does It Feel, The Night Circus, If We Were Villains, and Of Jade and Dragons, which was another arc I was sent. The Gilded Ones, which another, like I've had this for a really long time. I've got Wicked. I can't wait to read this before the movie comes out. Cinderella is Dead, and then Legendborn. This is my dark romance TBR shelf. So starting from this side, we have Leather and Lark by Bryn Weaver. I wasn't the biggest fan of Butcher and Blackbird, but I'm sort of keen to see how this one plays out. Secrets by Sophie Grace, which was also sent to me. I can't wait to read that. The Lies We Steal. This was book fairy to me earlier and I can't wait to read this because I heard Larry talking about it and she never misses. Okay. Vipers and Virtuosos. I have the first two books in, I don't even know what this series is called. The Ritual, I don't know what it's called. The Ritual Sinner. This is a special edition book called You're So Dead to Me. It's like a Why Choose but with ghosts and disability rep and I can't wait to read it in October. Sinner and Saint from, I don't know what this trilogy is called, but I didn't like Priest. 2 books by Katie Robert, The Beast and the Sea Witch, which are, I'm guessing, some sort of like dark romance type of vibes. Bully by Penelope Douglas, Hate, Liar and Fake by Tate James. Hate's just over in my TBR, and then Five Brothers by Penelope Douglas, which I cannot wait to read. Then this shelf here has a mixture of thrillers, and then it starts to go into my like LGBT / young adult books. So on this side here, I have read some of these obviously, but I just sort of didn't have anywhere to put them. So The Inmate, Never Lies, my favorite. The Housemaid, Then She Was Gone, The Paris Apartment, The Only One Left, The Perfect Child, and When She Returned. I can't wait to read these in October. Then I have One by One, again, did not like this. Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter, can't wait to read that. The Blonde Dies First. I haven't heard anything about this book, but it just looks so good. Again, saving it for October. The Only Light Left Burning by Eric J. Brown. These Carry On, My Wayward Son. I just realized I put them in the wrong order. Cemetery Boys, The Alchemy of Moonlight. This just looks so, I can't wait to read this again in October. Something Fabulous by Alexis Hall, A Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, and The Pairing by Casey McQuiston. Again, have not. I actually DNF'd that last month. What am I saying? Coming down here is the last little bit here. So we've got Wolf Song by TJ Klune, A Marvelous Light, Best Men. We've got I Kiss Shara Wheeler, Conventionally Yours, The New Guy, Golden Boys, and The House on the Cerulean Sea. Then we have The Revenants, 2 books in the Revenant series. I'm trying to hunt down the 3rd one so badly. If anybody read these as a teenager, like, let me know in the comments, because I loved them so much and I just don't think they're being printed anymore. Like, does anyone know why? I'm trying to find the 3rd one. It looks like this, and it said, I think it's If I Should Die or something. Oh, I love it. And then back here we've got like the Selection series and the Trilly series and things like that as well. Now outside, you guys, I do have a bookshelf outside my room. It's just not like being used as a full bookshelf. So it's got my Harry Potters and my Percy Jackson books in them, but also I have to show you my bookish prints that have just gone up because they are literally stunning. So I will link these all in the description box, but I got all of these prints off of Etsy and then I just printed them and obviously put them in some frames. So we'll start at the bottom. This one obviously says, To the Stars Who Listen and the Dreams That Are Answered. You guys know I love ACOTAR so much. This one I'm upset about because I pranked myself with this. This is supposed to say, my favorite hobby is crying over fictional characters, but I cut off the characters. We're just all gonna pretend that we can see that, okay? Then we have What the Hell is the Cowboy Hat Rule? You wear the hat, you ride the cowboy, which is from Chestnut Springs. If you know, you know. And then up here we have Cafe and Wine Bar, Readers on the Riverfront, which is another ACOTAR reference as well. Alrighty, you guys, that is all for today's video. Thank you so much for sticking through to the end. If you did, I really, really appreciate it. Like I said to you guys, I'm so incredibly happy with my setup now, like finishing it last night and just sitting back and seeing it. Like even adding those pictures to the wall there, I just feel like my setup is so much more me now, and it feels cozy and I just really love it. As you guys can see, I've got a lot on my physical TBR, more than I guess the books that I have read, but that, you know, that's so fun. And that's just, I think it's a never ending thing as a reader. You just have to be aware that there are 2 separate hobbies of reading and buying, you know, buying books, reading books. Anyways, as always, you guys, if you'd like to, you are more than welcome to follow me on TikTok and on Instagram. I will leave my handles on the screen and they will also be linked in the description box. And if you aren't already, feel free to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and make sure you hit that notification bell. That way you're being notified every time a new video goes up. You guys, the next video that I have coming on Thursday is so exciting. Sorry, Friday. It is going to be a comfy, cozy, bookish sleepover. So basically I'm going to take you guys along with me and we can just sit together and read together and have a nice, cozy, fall vibey sleepover. And I'm so excited to film that for you guys and give it to you guys on Friday. So make sure you guys are subscribed so you get the notification for that one as well. Thank you guys so much again. I really appreciate every single one of you, wherever you are in the world. I hope you're having a lovely day or a lovely night, and I will see you all next time. Bye.